In this video, I'm going to be talking about how the media controls our perception on a day-to-day basis. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Noah back again with another video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality. And in today's video, I want to talk about how the media is controlling our perception on a day-to-day basis and what we can do about it. And to start off, I want to say that our perception is one of the greatest powers, or no, not our perception, but our attention is one of the greatest powers that we have as humans. It can dictate our state of consciousness, right? If we're tuning to something that is fearful, it's going to put us in a state of fear. It's going to put us in a state of guilt, and when we're in a lower state of consciousness, it is easier for us to be controlled, you know what I mean? And so our reality is based on what we tune our attention to, pretty much. It's what we believe. It's our belief system. It's BS, right? Our reality is determined based on what we believe to be true. And so any beliefs that you have, it's going to hold true because you believe in it. And that's kind of just how the universe works. It's called the law of vibration. Anything that you say, anything that you put your attention to, that pretty much that determines your reality. And so, the media, oftentimes it'll show us, it sells fear, right? It sells fear, meaning that a lot of the things that we see on the media, it puts us in a state of fear. It makes us kind of fearful, or it makes us upset, right? It makes us not really super the happiest. And when we're in these lowered state of consciousness, it is easier for us to control, right? This is why a lot of the times this is why the media is able to control our perception, because we are putting our attention to these outlets, and we're putting our attention to the news and to social media, you know what I mean? When, I think that I can say that social media can be used as a tool. It's kind of a double-edged sword, but you can use it to your advantage, meaning, you're speaking your truth and you're only putting your attention to things that are going to uplift you and make you feel positive and really grateful. Or you can put your attention to, you can shit talk, and you can put your attention to things that are going to put you in a lowered state of consciousness. Fear, shame, guilt, right? Anger. These are all lowered states of consciousness. And so when we put our attention on the news, a lot of the times, 99% of the news is negative. 99% of the time, the news is negative. And so when we are constantly putting our attention towards this source, this outlet, it's making it to where we are fearful. We're always going to be in a lowered state of consciousness because the news is always portraying a lot of negative stuff. And so the more we put our attention towards the news, the more we're going to start to believe it. And the more we're going to start to, really just embody that lowered state of consciousness that the news kind of emits, right? Like I said, the news and social media, they sell fear, right? They make money off of us being afraid. And so when you realize this, though, you can start to take your power back by putting your energy towards things that are going to uplift you, right? On social media, if you're following a lot of, negative based accounts, right? It's really based on how you feel, right? Are you feeling, upset when you look at something? Are you feeling discouraged? Are you feeling fearful? Because if you are, then maybe it's not a good idea to place so much attention towards what you're looking at. You know what I mean? There's always going to be things that are, people are going to be dying all the time, right? There's always going to be negative stuff going on in the world on a regular basis. But we can't do, there's not a lot that we can do in terms of what goes on, right? We can get upset, we can get mad, we can get angry about it, but what is that really doing? It's not doing anything. In reality, all that's doing is just lowering your state of consciousness, and it's making you feel bad. And so, putting our attention to a lot of negative stuff, it can really have an influence on our day, And this is how the media controls our perception, because our attention a lot of the times goes towards the media. But when we realize that we can start putting our attention to positive outlets, right? Things that are going to be inspirational, things that are going to start to inspire you, things that are positive, then this is how we can start to take our power back, and we can start to really start to gain our happiness back and start to feel happy about ourselves, as well as happy just in general, right? Be in a gratitude state of consciousness, being grateful, right? Gratitude is a huge way to manifest. You know, it's a 100% beneficial way to just live life. Just be grateful, you know, the small things. There's just so much in this world to be grateful for. And so a lot of the times the media will control our perception and make us, you know, really just be down on ourselves, when in reality we're meant to be positive most of the time. You know, obviously there are going to be some times where we're upset and we're, you know, angry, and that's completely normal. That's normal human emotion, right? But we most of the time should be vibrating high. Most of the time we should be in a happy state of consciousness. We should be grateful, right? Most of the time. And so the reason why the media controls our perception is because we are believing everything that we see on the news. And I'm not saying that everything on the news is false per se. You know, I'm just saying that just don't believe everything that you see on the news, because that's one person's narrative. That's someone else's narrative, right? And so, you know, we've been told at school that fluoride is good for us, but it's obviously a lie, because fluoride actually calcifies our pineal gland, which is the connection to the spirit realm. You know what I mean? It's you can channel information from God through your pineal gland, you know? And so it can be just I just saw my cat walking up to my car right now. I think he wants me to let him in. But yeah, so, you know, the media controls our perception because they control our belief system. You know, they dictate what we believe in. And so this is why we have to start reprogramming our subconscious mind. We have to start, this is where a lot of our subconscious beliefs begin. This is where, right? This is where the programming starts. This is where our self-limiting beliefs in ourselves start, right? Because when we look at all of the you know, when the news talks about the economy and you know, how everybody's struggling and stuff like that, it makes us want to feel like we need to do something about it, you know? When in reality, we don't really know what's going on with the economy, right? We're just hearing a lot of things. We're hearing, you know, the middle class is getting screwed over. Lowered classes is doing this, you know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of homeless people, right? These are things that we constantly hear that are putting us in a lowered state of consciousness. And it can make us seem, you know, it can make our belief systems very limited. And so when our belief systems are very limited, it can be very hard to manifest, because we don't believe that we are unlimited beings, you know, right? We are infinite beings. We're infinite spiritual beings having a temporary human experience. And so when we realize this, we can start to take our power back, and we can start to say, hold on, you know, wait a minute. Why aren't I allowed to be a millionaire? Why can't I live the life of my dreams? And the reality is you can. You know, the reality is that our birthright is being free. Being free is our birthright. And so being free entails living a life of abundance and prosperity. You know, that's included in becoming free. And so, you know, oftentimes our limited belief systems are dictated by what we see on the news and what we see on social media. And so one of the ways that you can start to limit these self-limiting beliefs is realizing that you don't have to be a part of them. You don't have to, you know, your self-limiting belief doesn't have to define you. And one way that I have reprogrammed my subconscious mind is through affirmations, right? In the law of vibration, you know, there's 7 laws of the universe, I think 7 or something like that. One of the laws is the law of vibration, meaning that everything in this reality is energy. Everything has an electromagnetic field, and it's emitting electricity or energy, right? And so when we understand this, and we can understand that everything that we say goes straight into our subconscious mind. And so by saying, I am confident, I am powerful, I am abundant, I am a millionaire, right? When we say things like this, then it can really start to have an influence on our vibration, even if we're joking about it, right? The more and more we say this, the more it is being reprogrammed. It's literally reprogramming our subconscious mind every time we say this, even if we are joking about ourselves, or even if we don't believe it, right? Consistency is key, right? If you want to be confident, I'm actually going to tell a story about when I wasn't confident and how I am affirmations literally reprogrammed my subconscious mind, right? And so I used to work at this restaurant that I was working at. It was like a mall restaurant, right? And it was an outdoor mall type restaurant. And I used to view myself as an awkward person. And I never really had a lot of self-confidence in myself. But when I found I am affirmations, and I started just telling myself every day that I am confident. And I said that for about 2 weeks straight. I am confident. Waking up every day, I am confident. I am confident. Every time in meditation, I am confident. And within 2 weeks, I started believing that I was confident in myself. And so because I believed that I was confident in myself, that's how people started to view me. And so when we start to understand how we can reprogram our subconscious mind, this is how we can take our power back, and we can start to say that I am an unlimited being. I can do whatever I want. I deserve to live the life of wealth and prosperity and abundance. And so with that being said, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is going to be the second upload of today. I felt like doing a double upload today. And so that's what I'm going to do. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to hit me up, feel free to comment below if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for any future videos that you want to see. And if you want to hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok, my Instagram is @NoahIsArk. My Twitter is @NoahCArk, and my TikTok is @NoahCArk as well. But with that being said, guys, have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness. Peace, love, and happiness, my friends. Mwah.